That's handy. Bring this up. And we'll do our quick sound check. Hello, hello. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I shouldn't do that. It's gonna hurt you.
Alright, good.
Oh, I shouldn't do that. It's gonna hurt you.
Why are you hurting me?
I set a bomb by you.
You're really bored. Alright, let's see where we're supposed to go.
Find one of those. Here we go. Okay.
This way. Alright. You want to talk about the story at all?
I'm sure it was fine. Not good at reviews.
Well, we gotta say the name of the story.
We read a story.
The Lady with the Dog.
By
Chekhov.
Chekhov.
Not the Star Trek character.
There's not a lot to it. It's basically, you know, an older man who has an affair with this younger woman who's also married.
She has a dog.
She has a little dog, which doesn't really come up, but yeah.
No, it's not that important. But that's how he notices her.
That's how he pets the dog, and that's his in.
Surely has something else in store for us.
Then we'll be ready.
It's just basically about like them managing their affair.
Yeah, and kind of like realizing that. I mean, doesn't it kind of end with them kind of realizing their affair is more important to them than?
It seemed at the very least like there was going to be.
Like they're like.
End game is that they want to be together.
Yeah, like they're kind of realizing that this wasn't like they didn't want to stay with their other people anymore. And not sure if that did anything. Anyway. So, yeah. It's also, as a short story, it takes place like in 4 different chapters, kind of. Which is kind of different for a short story, you know?
Yeah.
It's 4 different sequences.
I've dreamed of this day for so long. We have enough of
The question
Osiris's
is,
power to melt
do they
Zen's
actually
frost.
fall in love with each other? No. The answer is no.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I mean...
I think it kind of like... So, it's kind of similar. I think him falling in love, quote unquote, with her, it's kind of like when you're in a really crappy job and then you go on vacation and then you come back and you realize just how much you hate your job. Like, I feel like that's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
It's not that she's so great, it's just that he is unhappy and he's been cheating on his wife for a while. So, yeah. And her, I think she just thinks her husband's a dumbass.
I just think, one thing about these stories, regardless of what they're about...
Have we been here?
Here, let's go look at the statue again. It's always interesting to me, whenever we read one of these stories, it's the same thing with philosophy, it's like, how often... It's like, there's some kind of sentiment or some kind of feeling, and just how universal it is, you know? This idea that it's like, oh, it's like... replay. I think we already did this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll count the same.
Just how you can have these experiences and they're so similar. It's like, oh, he's having a midlife crisis and he becomes really interested in this night. Yeah, this is like the first one we did.
Oh fuck.
Becomes really. Let's just go back up.
Okay.
Really interested in a younger woman, and you know,
Yeah.
and it's like at first he's like, oh, she's just naive or whatever, and it's like, oh wait, no, I really do like you a lot, and maybe I do or maybe I don't. I don't know.
But he even describes her as like not special.
Yeah.
You know, like she just like kind of
Just what I can get.
I mean, I think she's just a filler for. Yeah. I think they're both just fillers for them being unhappy.
Like, yeah, kind of dissatisfaction with life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need a bigger bomb.
Okay.
Well, now he's telling us to go the other way. Well, we can still try and get this bomb, though, right? I don't know how.
Oh, there's stuff down here too.
But I always think that it's really interesting when you see things that it's like, you're like, oh, this is such a universal thing in movies and people's lives, you know, and it's like, man, I'm so bored, you know, or something.
Ah.
I need an affair.
Yeah, basically.
That's
That's like the cat meme where he's like, I should buy a boat. It's like, I should have an affair. That was basically it. It was just kind of like,
But I thought the writing was pretty good, actually, and I thought it did a pretty good job, like, kind of capturing, even though it's not necessarily mature. I think we have to go back the other way.
okay.
Even though it's not necessarily mature, kind of like the feelings that people going through this, like, have, you know.
Uh-huh.
I think we went too far. It's weird. So we're supposed to go current location, Shrine of Osiris. That's where we're supposed to be.
Okay.
Well, we just saw a statue and he pointed us.
I think it's also like
Maybe it's down there.
he describes his wife as like, oh, well,
Oh.
careful. Can you knock it out?
Maybe we're supposed to go this way. What were we saying?
Like his wife is like, oh, she's, really serious and intelligent, kind of stern. It's like, yeah, because she probably knows you're cheating on her all the time.
Yeah.
You think she's dumb?
Yeah, it's established in the story that he's had, like, a lot of affairs.
The water is open to
Whereas like Anna's husband is just a rube, like he just sounds like a very common person.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, so the story is basically the story of an affair, and I honestly, I felt it was kind of similar to a little bit like Catcher in the Rye. I know it's not like an apt comparison, but it's like, just because of the meanderingness of it, and kind of like the, oh, it's a, kind of like people being fed up with all the phonies. Hold on, let's go back. People getting fed up with all the phonies and kind of like acting out against it, and I don't know. Kind of a weird, except one person was kind of like young and the other person was going through like a midlife crisis.
yeah,
I thought it was good.
it's fine. You can feel that way.
Julie didn't like it.
It's fine. It's just, I'm not a big short story person,
The guy was also, go back up.
which is hilarious that we're doing short stories.
Well, you could have said that before we started.
Well, no, they're fine. It's just, the problem is I think it's like, so many of them don't have a point.
Oh, okay, so now we're going.
Oh,
Okay.
we're so fucking dumb.
Um,
So many of them don't have a purpose. So that's just kind of like you said, like meandering, sort of.
yeah, and it's always a snapshot, and yeah, it's really hard to get to the stronger purpose of them, and it's like a photograph, basically.
Did that do anything?
Short stories.
Yeah.
Or
Or is it this one?
no, maybe we can just leave.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, we gotta use the outer one, I'm sorry. I'll go back. That one. Maybe you go the other way?
I got it. Okay. Maybe we need to push this. Am I dead?
He blew up.
Turn to the pyramid and defeat who?
I don't know. Probably whoever we've been talking to this whole
A
time.
crocodile?
We're defeating the crocodile. I think we're defeating the Panther Man or
What
something.
if this is twin? Alright, so yeah, that's our review.
The other thing about it, which I'm sure you didn't like, was the fact that, he's like a typical, like a misogynist.
Yep.
He's like, doesn't like women, but then is like, but I like women so much more than men, but I resent them, and it's
Yeah, right.
like I'm so comfortable around women and I like talking to women, but I don't like them. And it's like, okay, man,
Make up your mind.
go to your parents' basement, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. Typical resentment
Yeah, that's...
issues.
Yeah.
Alright, this way. So that's our review.
Whoa.
Whoa. I'm dead. And you're dead. Now we should review this game.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta set my review timer. We gotta do it in 5 minutes.
Okay.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, this is pretty formulaic, you know, for these. How many of these games have we played now?
This is the second one.
Really? I feel like we played another one.
No.
Well, whatever. Still, see ya. Good puzzles, good teamwork. Some of the locations are a little redundant, but I mean, it is a bunch of temples.
Yeah. I mean, and even when the locations aren't redundant, they feel redundant when you have an isometric view.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's snow. What does it matter? You're just on a 4-plane thing. It's not really gonna make that big of a difference.
Right.
You know.
You did it okay.
Yeah. I thought it was. Oh, what's this? What this is? I thought it was a mix of. I can't tell if it's better or worse than the first one, to be honest.
I thought the other one was better.
Yeah, I kind of felt the other one was better. But this one does do some things better. First thing it does better is the overworld.
Didn't we do this already?
Oh yeah, this must be some kind of like boss thing. No, well, maybe. One thing it does better, 100%. The boss battles are cooler.
Yeah.
Like the last one, the boss battles was just like, oh, it's a big monster.
It wasn't very memorable.
And you would shoot it. It'd be like, oh, it's a T-Rex or something.
Right.
Or there was maybe one I remember where you were like run around the level and actually had to do things. In this one, every boss battle is pretty cool. All right, we're going back up.
Oh yeah. I'm sick, so I'm not like with it.
In this one, every boss battle's got kind of a different vibe, and like kind of combines the whole running away, trying to escape thing, and like having to actually do something different to try and get them. So, boss battles, a lot better in this one. Other thing that's better about this one is the overworld, where it's got like it tells you where to go to get to the next thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to
the map is useless though.
Yeah, the map's totally useless inexplicably for some reason. Maybe light this. Light it. Dead.
Okay.
So those two things definitely better. Things that are worse. One, I don't think that we had to.
What'd I tell you?
I don't think we had to help each other as much as we did in the other one.
Yeah.
Like I felt like all the time it was like, oh, I'll have to get you up. You might want to blow that thing up. I'd have to like, you'll have to climb off a ledge or like all the time. And also, I don't feel like you need my ability nearly as much as I need your ability.
Yeah, no, that's true.
In the first one, that spear throw thing where you had to climb on the spears,
really necessary.
You had to use it all the time.
Yeah.
It was a little wonky,
but yeah.
Also, camera angles get screwed up in this one. I feel like pretty often.
It's a lot easier to get stuck on stuff.
Yeah. Platforming feels a little off. Yeah. Also, I felt like the combat was better in the first one. Because in the first one, it was like... I never felt like we really got into a real scrap in this one.
Yeah, no.
Except for like one or two of the boss battles or something. But in the first one, it was like, oh, there's going to be like 30 demons or something. And...
When you are dead, I will make puppets from your corpses.
Alright, let's move over to the left one.
You will bow before me.
I think we have to put out each one of them or something. We would have like battles that were pretty tough, you know, where it was like a real battle. This one I felt like was less like that.
This is just like chaotic.
I don't know what we're supposed to do now.
Hold on.
Oh, you think you just light all three of them?
Osiris, help us, please.
Okay. I'm shooting at him.
Hit him while he's weakened.
So yeah, overall, I didn't feel like it was as good, but I did think the boss battles were a lot more memorable and a lot better. But overall, it was less exciting, and the puzzles were less good. And also the challenge levels, there weren't as many puzzles. Like, as many cooperative puzzles as the first one. It was more like, you just blew me off the cliff.
I know, that was totally my bad. I'm getting chased by a little scarab.
I felt like the, what was I saying?
We gotta kill these things.
Oh, we don't have to kill them, we gotta turn off those portals.
Do something.
Oh, I just fell off the cliff.
Oh dear.
Alright, go ahead and light it. Alright, let's go to the one on the right. Go ahead and light it. Alright, one down here. Yeah. So overall, good. Still a positive experience. I just felt like it wasn't as good as the first one, really.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he keeps going around and like we have to do it quicker, I think.
Okay.
Alright, light it.
We can drive him back.
Cool. Alright, I think we got them all now.
Okay.
You have not won. It will take more than that to stop me.
Let's see what you've got.
Ooh, that hurt. I'm dead. I'm back. Alright. Go ahead and light that one.
I fell off.
Oh boy.
Live! This is really chaotic.
Yeah. This is definitely a real battle.
Yeah, it's probably the realest one we've had so far.
Is there health there too?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I died.
You back?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Light it. It's already over at the other one. Alright, like this one. And that one.
Come on, girl. Are we not fast enough?
I think you got it.
Okay.
He's wounded. This is our chance.
Get him!
Get no. Ah.
Oh man.
You okay?
Hit it! Sorry, I'm just sitting here to heal for a second. 'Cause,
Oh, you're just standing in it?
well, I'm dead. Get over there. Oh, you're gonna die.
Is it gonna save our progress?
No.
Fuck. It's annoying.
We almost got him.
You know. Can't wait to go to sleep. I'm sick. Okay. Bitch, get in there.
You have not won. It will take more than that to stop me.
Then let's see what you've got.
Get away from me. do it.
Now this one. Maybe it did save our progress. I'm dead.
Oh god. Shit, shit, shit.
He's wounded. This is our chance.
Shoot him.
I'm trying to stay alive. Where are you?
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm dead. It's just you.
I got blown off the edge.
Alright. Get caught on stuff, girl.
I switched over to my flamethrower.
Is he a jackal?
We can make peace.
Nope. Go into the sky beam.
Sorry about you, dude.
Go into that sky beam.
Osiris? My beloved?
I do not have long, Isis. You have restored much of my power, but I belong
Isis?
to the land of the dead now.
Father,
She's the villain.
Cannot leave. Not again.
It is the way of the world, my son. Set will try to break free, and Duat will
Dr.
not
Manhattan?
hold him forever. It is a cycle.
If he does, we will be here. We will stop
What is this, a
him
comic book
again.
now?
You must be forever
The
vigilant.
greatest comic book of all time.
Mortals, you have
Mortals.
done the work of gods this day, and for that, I owe you everything.
These two are like awkward.
You are free of
All the Jews are like, mm-hmm.
free to choose your own path.
Oh, gods,
My
huh?
family, know that I will watch over you. Keep me in
There's
your
like,
hearts
it's like
until I
Wizard of
return.
Oz. There's like a man over there. It's like the
Well,
knobs.
Croft, I suppose I owe
The
you
wizard.
an apology. If I hadn't touched the staff,
Water under the bridge, Carter. I suppose it would have been
Carter.
me had I been ahead.
don't you dare tell anyone this. But it was a hell of an honor to work with you.
Your secret is safe with me.
Why switch over to
Why
comic
are
books
they
at this
doing
point?
this? Yeah.
Like,
Should you
you
come back
have
this
had
way
What is the
again,
point of this?
computer-generated ones
we
the
will
whole
need your
time.
help. Set will not stay dead for long, and the fight
don't
is
know.
not yet over.
Here's to the
You may
next
keep
game.
the treasures you took from this place, as long as you use them in the service of the light.
Oh yeah.
Go, with the blessings of Osiris.
With the curse broken, we were free to choose our own path, to leave and never look back if we wished. But there are many paths, and some choices are easier than others. Set will return, and the gods will need my help. And when they do, I'll be ready.
We beat it.
Okay.
All right. So. Well, what do you want to play next? Do you want to play the Starlink game, or
I don't want to start like a whole brand new game. I mean, we will the next time we play.
yeah,
I don't know.
could do Rocket League?
What is that?
That's the rocket car soccer game. The cars that run into the soccer ball.
Apparently, this is something you want to play.
I have it on our list of games to play. It's on our list.
I don't know. It's whatever.
I figured it would be kind of like a Fortnite thing where we'd play it like once or twice or for a couple days and not play it again.
Whatever. So we're done with this?
Yep. But I want to get this cool shit.
That we're not going to use now?
Yep, go and buy it. Rare. Oh, I finally got a holographic rare.
Kill you now.
Close. I thought I could do it again. What the heck?
God damn it. I leave now.
You're like cheaty.
Oh.
Too soon.
Are you ready to be done with this?
Post game.
Oh god. I don't actually care. Rare loot that doesn't matter now. I think we're good.
Dang it.
Do we need to end the stream for a second?
I mean,
No.
and we can.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you want it. Like,
Sure.
okay.